Hi guys, and welcome to another Armin's Tech Talk. We are still talking CES 2018, and now we're also talking about AMD's new Ryzen roadmap. AMD came out this morning and they announced the new roadmap for their Ryzen processors going forward. In 2018, we will be seeing Ryzen Plus. Now, this is what AMD is calling the second generation of Ryzen, as there are going to be some architectural improvements in more so that they're shrinking the node of the processor. It's going from a 14 nanometer node down to a 12 nanometer node, which will of course be better on the power consumption and allow for higher clock speeds. We won't see an actual Ryzen 2, which is what AMD is calling their Ryzen 3000 family, until sometime in 2019. That process will also once again shrink the node. It will be down to 7 nanometers for that one, which of course will probably gain better clocks and more power efficiency. But for this year, for 2018, we're talking Zen Plus, Ryzen 2000. So it will go on to a AM4 motherboard. There is a new motherboard family, the X470 series. These will be optimized to take better advantage of Ryzen 2000. Now, it's a little confusing in that they're calling Zen Plus the Ryzen 2000 family, then Zen 2 Ryzen 3000. As they're coming out onto the market at separate times, I would assume that there's not going to be too much confusion, as general consumers don't necessarily get into code names. But with that being said, we are going to be looking at new motherboards which take better advantage, being that it's all on the AM4 socket. You're going to be able to use your Ryzen 1 chip in a X470 board if you want to. I would assume that you can go backwards also using Zen Plus on a X370 motherboard, but once again, the 470 is supposedly optimized for these new chips. Now, of course, it's not going to be just base Zen that is getting a bump and update to the 12 nanometer architecture. Threadripper is also going to get that update. That's coming later in 2018. These consumer mainstream variants are due sometime in April. I would assume that the prices are going to be roughly about the same that the Ryzen 1 series started at. So you're looking at something that's fairly competitive with the higher clocks, with the lower power consumption. They're going to continue to push Intel and give them a run for their money. Of course, Intel may push up the 9000 series. It's going to be interesting to see kind of what happens moving forward as the competition heats up between these two. One other interesting thing to note is that you also later this year will have the AMD Ryzen APUs, Raven Ridge, on their way out the door, and that's going to give you, of course, a more all-in-one solution similar to what Intel's mainstream parts have going for them. As this is only a die shrink, you're not going to see probably a lot of IPC gains. You're going to see the higher clocks, of course. It's going to be 2019 where we will actually get probably IPC gains, because they are doing architectural improvements from Zen 1. 2019, in my personal opinion, is the year to wait. Although if you've been waiting to jump on the Zen bandwagon, there is going to be no better year than 2018, as these are going to be better chips than the ones that came last year, and the ones that came last year were pretty fantastic. What do you guys think? Do you think this is worth an upgrade? I know my friend Nate there, maybe you guys saw a video of his a while back. He's been looking at him. He thought about upgrading him. I keep telling him wait till 2019 since he's already got a Ryzen 1 processor. Do you think that the prices are going to be fair? Do you think the competition is going to keep Intel on their toes? Love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Of course, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I hope to see you guys out there in the next video.